Well, joining me now, Washington Times columnist Kelly Riddell. Kelly, good to have you with us. Host of the Mike Gallagher Show on the Salem Radio Network. None other than Mike Gallagher. Good to have you with us.
Good to see you.
Kelly, let me start with you. This Lester Holt thing has turned into a bit of a wildfire. Your judgment of his balance or bias?
Well, I gave him an F rating last night after watching the debate.
Let me write that down.
So that's a fail. Just in the fact that, you know, I knew that he was going to be tough on Donald Trump. I think we all expected that. But to not counter and do some tough questions on Hillary Clinton is just inexplicable. And then trying to fact-check Donald Trump on the spot. The fact that he did 6 follow-up questions with him, none with Hillary Clinton. He interrupted Donald Trump 30 times. He only interrupted Hillary Clinton 19 times. So, I mean, I think that I was a bit naive going into it, thinking that, oh, maybe Lester Holt might be fair tonight, and just was very much disappointed by the way that he ran that. Not only that, there was not supposed to be any laughter or applause during that entire debate, and there was for Hillary Clinton. So he allowed that to happen as well.
And Lou, I have to say I had the same little level of naivete. We get that the mainstream media is in the tank for Hillary. It's so transparent now, they're not even pretending anymore. And for the CEO of NBC Universal, Steve Burke, to come out today and praise Lester Holt. Listen, Matt Lauer learned his lesson. You don't dare challenge Mrs. Clinton on TV. You make sure you push her across the finish line, and Lester Holt did what he was expected to do.
And perhaps even ordered to do by management, because Comcast is now pretty well definitively established as a left-wing organization across all of its properties that are vast. But at the same time, Lester Holt, I think, was actually intimidated by Hillary Clinton as well. The Clinton campaign, it seemed to me, Kelly, prepared the battlefield. They conditioned for what was to be a moment of combat by sending in the heavy artillery, saying, we want fact-checking, we want this, we want that. The implicit order was for everyone to challenge Donald Trump and the national liberal media. They didn't mean to fact-check her at all.
Well, yes. I mean, and they've also put forward this narrative of this false equivalency, that you can't grade Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump on the same coin because Donald Trump's so crazy, he's such a lunatic, that he doesn't even deserve to be compared with her. I mean, this is what the liberal media is out there promoting.
But every time it's repeated, Kelly, it's reinforcing. And even to repeat their nonsense and their venom, I think is probably the wrong approach.
And yet, Lou, an online poll after online poll showed that people thought Trump won. Oh, wow. You mean the one vehicle where people got to vote? It's a metaphor for the election. It really is. You can't. It's going to be very difficult to stop his momentum. He didn't do anything to disrupt his momentum last night. And, you know, I don't think he won debates 2 or 3.
And I think you're exactly right, Mike. This sets things up great for him going into the second debate. He can now hit her on all of those items. He knows now that he's not going to, the moderator isn't going to ask the tough questions, that Trump has actually got to jump in and take on the Clinton Foundation, take on her emails, take on Benghazi, take on the paper play that happens, you know, within the Clintons.
Kelly, here I go being naive again, but I'll bet you Anderson Cooper will be tougher than Lester Holt was. But that's just maybe my naivete, Lou. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Martha Raddatz has shown, you know, considerable venom when it comes to Mike Pence as well. So I think the stage is set for a contest, and Donald Trump has now got permission, I believe, from voters to do what he must. I may be wrong about that. The judgments of his team will, of course, decide it all, I guess. But this is just ridiculous, what we witnessed, and it was historical. I have never seen bias in my entire career as flagrant as that. Kelly Riddell, Mike Gallagher, great to have you both with us.
Thanks, Lou.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Lou.